Are you running with semi-auto? No. Are you running with pump or are you running with semi-auto? We are in a safe and controlled environment. We are at the gun range, Immokalee Range and Gun Club to be exact. And this video is for educational purposes only. All right, so a question that I get asked so much, yo, why don't you like semi-automatic 12 gauges? For me, semi-automatic 12 gauges are a little bit more finicky when it comes to the shells that you put into them. It does not like low brass shells, and when I say low, I mean meaning more of that feet per second. And so you get very low feet per second, or you can get very high feet per second, which means it's a lot more oomph coming out of those shells that would allow your semi-auto to run more, run properly, not even more properly, run properly versus your okay, let me tell you what I'm talking about. This is a semi, and I know you know, but I'm just still going through the motions here, okay? All right, so this is a semi-automatic 12 gauge. This semi-automatic 12 gauge does have a magazine, so it is a magazine-fed 12 gauge. And this is how it looked. This one in particular is the Black Aces. This one is the Tank 12 12 gauge. Very nice bullpup configuration. It's fairly decent. I enjoy the way that bullpups feel because my arms are not the longest, so it allows me to get really into whatever it is that I'm shooting, to kind of like hold it closer to my body. And on the other hand, you have your pump, which would be this. You hear this action right here? This is what would consider this a pump 12 gauge. So what this would do is you would actually load your 12 gauge, whether it's underneath your barrel, that's where you would, or to actually load your shells. But this one here, it's rear loading, so this is where you would actually load your shells to get that done, because this is a bullpup configuration. So this one here, I can put anything in here and it would pretty much run it. I have no issues. As long as you can stroke that action, it will definitely give you what it is that you're looking for. So as long as you can get it down, you can get it out. So we are here to just kind of get a visual of what it is that I'm talking about when it comes to the reasons and the options, or why it is that I choose to do that. Okay, so these magazines hold 5 in each. This particular cylinder, you can give you 6 3-inches, or it can give you 7 2 3/4. So because this one does have 2 cylinders, I can put one of each in each one, and be able to experience both, versus me having to change out the magazine and kind of get reloaded. You get it? So if once I run out the 7, all I would have to do is pretty much switch over this little gear right here, and it'll give me the next cylinder to give me the rest of those shells that are in the firearm. This is clear. There's nothing in this 12 gauge or in that 12 gauge. All right, so now that we know where we are, we know what we're shooting, we know what we're doing. The only thing left now to do is what? Suit them up so we can send them down range. All right, so we're ready to go with our Black Aces. Let's go ahead and go with our Black Aces first. Since we're ready to go, then we'll come back and reload that, and I'll show you how to do that. Brass. See this right here? See how low this is? This is right here is going to indicate to me that this is my 1145, because it is quite low. I'm not going to need my glove, although it's going to look nice, but I'm not going to need it because this is not pump. All right, let's give it a charge. We are charged. We're not shooting steel. We're just going to shoot. There's a paper target out there, but anyway. Let's make hot. See that? One shot. And the whole damn thing is stuck. All right, so it shot the first shell, but it didn't have enough umph behind it to actually eject that shell. So I need to get the shell out, and we'll be right back to it. Okay, so we got that clear. I just wanted to give you the visual of that. After this magazine, I'm not going to continue to just put that low brass in here because we're going to be out here all day trying to get this full magazine out. But that is what it is I wanted to show you if you don't give it something that it likes in order for it to keep running. See that? There's nothing wrong with this 12 gauge. There's nothing wrong with this 12 gauge. Let me make that clear. I'm not even going to call that a malfunction. I am just going to call it what it is. It does not like low brass shells. Safe and clear. And that is my reasoning for really not having a big interest in semi-automatic 12 gauges. That right there. God forbid all I have is low brass and I need it, and I because I need it for whatever. I have something that will definitely give me what it is, or get me through it, I should say. All right, so let's put in, we're gonna go with the same ones. This one is 1145. Put these in. So I filled up my tube. As you can see right here, we have the 1145s on the left, and I am going to switch this gear over, and now I can put in my 1550s in the other tube. We got 7 of the 1145s, and this is going to give me 6 of the 1550s because these are 3-inch. I'm not even going to play with that action. I'm going to put my glove on. All right, so one side we have 1145 and the other side we have 1550. All right, let me see. Let's switch this over so we can get that 1145 out first. $11.45. You saw that? No problems. So now I have the ability to switch tubes and get the 1550s. Oof. Oof. Mm. Woo-hoo-hoo! Wow. And we are safe. That's why I prefer pump 12 gauges. Now, both of these are pretty close in visuals, as you can see. They're very close in at price point. So this was probably the best comparison that I was able to find because I didn't want somebody to think, oh, well, this is a better brand or this is the better brand. I feel like they're pretty equal or neck and neck when it comes to making. They're like, yeah, okay, Kel-Tec has probably been around just a little bit longer, or shit, hell, I don't know how long Black Aces has been out, but I think Kel-Tec is a little bit more popular. All right, so it does have like the AR function. You have your bolt drop here, magazine release on the other side. So this is 1550. Safety is tight. Oh. 2? It didn't chamber the next one. Ooh. All right, so it just had an issue feeding the third shell. Not sure why, but we just kind of guided it and it went, okay, we are safe and empty. Whew, boy. All right, so we saw how both of them behave with different types of ammunition, but we're going to do it again. We're going to reload 1 and 1, 14. What is wrong with my brain? 1145 and 1550. We're going to do that again. I did say I wasn't going to waste my time anymore with the black aces, and I forgot just that quick. Remember I tell you I can't follow my own damn directions? So we're not going to waste our time with that anymore as far as the black aces go. But I'm going to show you how the pump 12 gauge can definitely eat whatever it is that it wants. I'm sorry. We're not going to waste our time with the 1145 coming out of the black aces because we know it's going to have issues. I'm not going to load any more of these lower shells. We're only going to run 1550 out of the black aces. But I am going to show you that my pump 12 gauge will run whatever it is that I put in it. So we're going to move on with the 1550 in the 2 magazines for the black aces. All right, so we got that understood. Black aces tank 12, 1550 feet per second. Very good. I don't like this magazine release on the right side, but we are clear and safe. Let's go in with the second magazine. Keep the tank going because it ran those 5 pretty good. Excellent. Very nice. Magazine release and safe. Bolt is back. We are clear. Just need a little bit of warm up. Now we are going in with our Kel-Tec KSG 12 gauge. We have 1 tube of 6 with our 1145 feet per second. And then we have another tube with 1550. Now, I need to be sure I know what tube is what, but I'll let you know right now. That's 15. Let's switch it over. All right, there we go. Beautiful. Flip of a switch. Woo! Woo! We are clear and safe. All right. She ain't let me down yet. Has not. Okay. We have quite a bit left. Let's try that again. See if she just needed to get a little, woken up. So let's get these in. Again, we're doing 1 tube with the Kel-Tec, 1 tube of 1145, and 1 tube of 1550. Now, the reason why I got to load these so slow is because these pins in here pinch me every time I push a shell down in there. All right, so that's safe. But let's get our Black Aces Tank 12. This is not full. This is not full. I think it might have 3 in here. Did it again. Oh, no, it was just 2. I thought it was 3. Oh, this magazine release. I hate it. Thank you. Ooh! That's what a 12 gauge would do to you. It ain't break it, but she off. All right, we are clear and safe. But we do have some good old-fashioned flip-up sights. So we'll go ahead and finish off this magazine. We got but 4 left. No rounds left behind. Finish off these 4 with those flip-up sights. It does come with it. 4. See? And it is a little bit more difficult to load, but there you go. Ghost ring rear sight, pin front sight. It's not even so much as let's make safe and drop that magazine. It's not even so much of the the shoot, it's the actual shells, man. That ain't nothing to be messed up with. All right, that was the Black Aces Tank 12. Now we are going in. That is the semi-automatic 12 gauge. That is magazine fed. Now we're going to go in with the Kel-Tec KSG. This is a pump 12 gauge. And we are sharing 11, 45, and 1550 shells in each tube. Switch of a gear and whew! And as I told you folks, we are safe and clear, whatever. This KSG tells me you can have whatever you like. And there you have it. That is a visual example as to why I have nothing against them. Why I don't care for semi-automatic 12 gauges. Because we want reliability. Okay, somebody said, well, there's much more better semi-automatic 12 gauges on the market, and you're absolutely correct. My 1301, I can put whatever in there and it'll run. But we're talking about on more of the scale of the 2 that we're talking about now. And again, in my opinion still stands, or the way that I feel still stands, because yes, I big up my Beretta 1301. I big it up because I know what it's going to do. I know how it's going to perform. I know pretty much it's my home defense. I know what it is going to do and how it's going to react. But as far as these go, the Black Aces Tank 12, which is a semi-automatic 12 gauge, I don't think it's ready for me, in my opinion, to make happen what it is that I want it to do. If I had to choose one or the other, definitely would be the Kel-Tec KSG 12 gauge. It performs. It does what it's supposed to do. As y'all saw, we put two different types of rounds in here, or not round, two different types of shells in here, and it aided, it performed with no malfunctions. It ejected everything as it was supposed to do. So what did y'all think? What did y'all see? How did y'all feel about either one of these two? Do you have them? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. Let's talk about it. What is your opinion on semi-automatic and pump? Let me know as well. So Yoke Gang, listen, if you have not yet checked out www.yokegang.com, make sure that you do pick up a t-shirt or patch, support the channel. Thank you for supporting the channel just by watching this video. And y'all know I love when things work, but I love y'all for life. Peace.